I might not even be alive. I'm telling you. Every single thing I do for a living, this government is frustrating me.
It don't be for obedient to. Presidential spokesperson Peter Obi said that he might not even be alive during the 2027 election. In an interview with Chude, he expressed worries about how oppositions are really making it difficult for them to operate, that from all angles they are targeting him. Watch what he has to say in the interview. Please encourage our channel by subscribing, like, and you can share to as many people as you can. Thank you very much.
In this interview, I'm going to take the stance. Let's assume that I am an undecided voter, yeah, who in the last election either voted for Bola Tinubu or Omoyele Sowore, or who did not vote because I didn't think that the election was going to go well, or I voted, but now I think there's no point. That's the position I'm going to take today. So my questions are going to flow from there. First question, NDC, which is your party. The news, as interpreted by some sections of the public, is that in effect, the Federal High Court decision has deregistered the NDC. Is that the case?
No, it's wrong.
Okay.
That judgment is very defective.
Right.
It is a wrong judgment, and it cannot stand.
But until it is set aside, is that not the status quo?
Well, we're in court. I won't say we're not registered because we're in court.
Right.
Until that case is over. NDC remains a registered party in Nigeria. Because we appeal. If you have a judgment and you're appealing it, so we're still there.
So you're saying the status quo is that NDC is still fully registered?
NDC is still a registered party in Nigeria.
The matter is now in court?
Yes.
Right. Because the reason that you gave in public for leaving the ADC is that the current ruling party is trying to frustrate opposition parties. So how did the NDC still fall into the same pit that you ran away from the ADC for?
The same thing I said before. That the current ruling party is actually trying to destroy democracy. Not just opposition, to destroy the entire thing.
So that there's no opposition?
Not just that there's no opposition. They are not democratic. They don't want to be. So it's not just destroy opposition, but to destroy the entire democratic system.
There's this persistent accusation. Yeah. So when people look at your record in Anambra State, one of the persistent, actually, now I remember two. One of the persistent accusations is that you took the state's money and put it in your bank. So that even if you didn't collect money, it's because you are savvy enough to have found another way to extract from the state. What do you say to that?
Well, you know, whatever you do, people have excuse.
Okay.
We had, for example, when I left, I had $50 million in Diamond Bank.
Right.
12 billion naira.
Right.
Same bank.
Right. Does Anambra State had the money in?
Anambra State savings.
Right.
$50 million in Fidelity Bank, which is supposed to be the bank I'm involved. 12 billion naira. $50 million in Access Bank. 12 billion naira.
Right.
One, go to those banks. Let me start with the dollar. There are bonds. The rates are issued. Everybody knows the rate. Go to them and see if there's anyone who have benefited.
Right.
Children who have saved. Show me any other subnational state in this country where a governor have left with savings. One, and I'll stop running.
Right. Right.
In dollars, I saved in dollars and naira. And the only excuse for saving is to normal thing in Nigeria, rather than give you prize, it's calling you name. When Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, go and read Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala's book.
Yes, she name checked you on that.
Eh?
Yes.
on why we should save.
Yeah.
Page 61.
Yes. The book.
Fighting corruption is dangerous.
Fighting corruption is dangerous, yes.
Go and read it. I was the only governor who supported savings. And somebody said, oh, Peter, maybe you were trying to. I said, let me tell you. I have served as the chairman of a bank, director in banks in Nigeria. Go and ask any of the banks whether any of them bought me a car. Whenever they asked it, I said, no.
Right.
So it's not a question of whether you did this or you
didn't do that.
So you didn't do that. I signed off several thousands of CFOs in Anambra State. Land owned by the state. Chude, if you find one land, directly or indirectly belonging to me, I quit politics.
Right.
So it is not just, did I do that one because land was apportioned to me in Abuja or whatever? No.
Right. So the question about putting money in the Fidelity Bank is irrelevant because it's a question about...
Let another person put it in his bank and save it for the state.
As long as it is saved.
As long as it's saved.
Right.
Or why didn't they keep the one that's saved? Or move it somewhere else?
So what's your plan for security? Because essentially, one of the big cases against Goodluck Jonathan, who you supported then, leaving office, was that security had collapsed in the country. For a voter like me, that was a key issue. But it seems that 11 years after, 12 years after, we have returned.
Far worse.
So now the government says, one, it is opposition politicians, and two, it's a global collapse.
That is nonsensical.
Okay. Why is it nonsensical, and what are you going to do differently?
It requires political will. One person must be in charge. Is that not the government is in charge? Or they are in charge? If I'm in office, one person must be in charge. And I can tell you I will be in charge.
So you're saying President Tinubu is not in charge?
No, it doesn't show the capacity.
Right.
Truly, if I have, let me use Ibadan for example.
Okay.
If I have 40 children in the bush, I'll be in Ibadan.
What difference would that make?
Big difference.
Okay.
If I decide to move all the security apparatus to that place
Right.
and deal with it decisively,
Right.
it is a capacity thing. I'll move there.
Right.
I've done it in Anambra State. Go and ask anybody. I wasn't delegating. This is the machinery. This is what people want to hear from government. I was in Ibadan over the weekend, and I was shocked. Said in my tweet.
Yes, you said that the president has not called Governor Makinde, the governor of the state.
It's unbelievable. Let me tell you. Chude, forget security.
Right.
I had an erosion in a place called Umuchiani in Ekulobia. By 2 a.m., my phone rang, and they said there's erosion, and a house had collapsed into it. I left my place in Oka and drove to that site 2 a.m. and called President Obasanjo. From there, I said, I'm in a village called Umuchiani. Erosion had just taken place there. A building had fallen into. He answered me 2 a.m. 2 a.m. And that has been the case. When I had one of the most critical robberies, I called President Yaradua. He was calling me daily until that situation was...
Even though two of you were in different parties?
Yes. 50 days. The war Nigeria was outraged that Jonathan did not call for 2 weeks. This is
when the Chibok girls were kidnapped?
Yes. Yeah. This is over 7 weeks.
Right.
Our children cannot be in the bush. And all of us politicians are preoccupied by next election. It is total lack of compassion. If I was president, I would by now convey all party meeting, all party leaders, and we'll decide how to tackle this situation.
Right.
Among other things, not just this. There's other things we need to tackle.
Right.
Part of the governance structure is communication.
Right.
The people want to hear from you.
People say that though he has been communicating.
How?
Chude Ononuga, his presidential spokesperson.
Did we vote by Ononuga?
But
No. You see, we can't communicate. The Indian Prime Minister Modi is not communicating through.
spokespersons.
No, we elected you. Even Trump. It's not always. You should be talking to us, tweeting. Is this the person we elected?
But people say it's a matter of personal style.
No. That's
He's an institutional thinker, so he wants the people he hired to do their jobs. That's what his supporters will say.
we hired you.
Right. We hired the president.
Yes. We now want to hear from the person we hired. We don't want to hear from his people. It is you who made the promise. It wasn't by Ononuga that said, I'll give you power. If I don't give you power, don't vote for me. No. If it is.
Right.
So we want the man who said it to come
explain.
out and explain why. Don't bring another person to explain what you promised. Do you know what it means? You say to your child, if you graduate with a first class, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to maybe help you to buy a home. Then when he graduates, you now start telling the mom to tell, no, you made the promise. This is even family.
Right.
He, in his own campaign, family said, if I don't provide this, don't vote for me for second tenure. The honorable thing is that since you don't provide it, to say, I have failed. The British Prime Minister has just done it. Honorably. That is the leadership this country requires now. Jonathan had issue with Chibok girls. Only one school kidnapped. Nigeria was outraged. It didn't come for 2 weeks. That even became worse. The present president was calling for his immediate resignation. Now we have had over a dozen school kidnapped. You didn't even call the chief executive at the sub-national level for over 7 weeks. When it was over 2 weeks, I asked someone to go. Okay. The honorable thing is to show example of what you preach by saying, I made a mistake. I'm going.
Right.
Because I lack the capacity to deal with this issue.
Right.
The same thing on and on. We now need people who preach and do what they preach.
Right.
We're tired of these excuses.
Right. But is it practical to expect him to resign? Because people say it's grandstanding. This is over the period of the past 6 weeks. You've made the third call to resign this morning.
It's not grandstanding.
Okay.
It is what should be the new norm. That when you don't, I've just said, I will deliver
Minimum
of this
right.
in 4 years.
Right.
Even if I'm not contesting the next election, should I deliver it? Because it underlines to my integrity, my character, my person,
Right.
to have promised that.
Right.
When I was going to Anambra, I said, I'm going to change education. I'm going to change health. And I tackled it head on.
Right.
The way they are going now, Chude,
Yes. So there's a possibility you may not be a candidate based on how.
not even a candidate. I might not even be alive. I'm telling you. Every single thing I do for a living, this government is frustrating it. Deliberately so. Everything. So there's even possibility if they have opportunity, I will not be alive.
Oh wow, that's a big.
It's an accusation. I know I get frustration every day because you do things that you think they will be normal. It is not normal any longer. They won't come directly and say, oh, we're doing this, but you could see their hand in virtually everything.
So the government is attacking you personally.
They're attacking everybody who is in opposition personally.
Right.
I am being attacked personally.
Right.
Everything, even to provide me with necessary things that I should have been entitled to. Not at all.
How's
You're
that?
struggling to get it every day. Every day, you're struggling to get it. Little things. I had a case recently at the airport
Okay.
where people who work in the airport came and locked my car. And I said, it's me. The person on the side said, it doesn't care. But I said, look at the cars of other people. And you could see them talking to each other, you know, as if, who is this one? We have divided the country, breeding hatred among us. That's why I keep saying, I want to bring back unity where there's division. I want to show love, compassion, care. It's gone out of here. I said, I'm looking at somebody. He locked my car in front of me. And saying, you're not supposed to park here. But there's cars here. So what is the exception to my own? Chude and I see people I know at the airport, they will not greet me. Because they are fearing that if they greet me,
They become targets of the government.
thank you. And I have people send me invitation and say, my son, my daughter is wedding, but please don't come. Yes. Chude, I'm telling you, I'm doing this, but I just want to notify, but don't come. I'm doing burial of my days, but don't come. These are my friends.
Because they're afraid of being targeted by the government.
Completely. I'm doing 70th birthday, I'm doing 60. Peter, you know how these people are. Don't come.
Wow.
What country is that? You can't live like that. And everybody's saying, Peter, be careful. Peter, be careful. What is being careful? I went to, but the governor said, this man has not called. And I said, this. They said, no, Peter. But I've told my children. I've told my wife. Whatever happens, so be it.
You sued your ex-wife ally, Kenneth Okonkwo, to court.
Yes.
He has said that that is anti-democratic because it's a question of freedom of speech, that other people he attacked on your behalf did not sue him to court. Why should you?
Thank you very much. Kenneth Okonkwo said, as my spokesperson, he has so many hidden things that if he's provoked or sued, he will bring out. And that's the only thing I'm suing him, to bring those things out, because we must now examine the background of those who want to serve. We are tired of getting in there and we find out that Chude used to do this, Chude used to do that. Let's examine it now so that if I'm not qualified, I withdraw.
Some of the people who criticize you say your army that led you to win the election in Lagos State and in other states that people didn't expect, that army has dwindled because those voters think, for whatever reason, that their vote will not count, that an opposition party cannot win against the current government.
It is designed so. And that's why I'm appealing to them. Those who are living off the confusion, those who are mortgaging your future, are the ones that are making you believe so. The earlier you realize that even the bonds Nigeria is issuing today are going to be paid, go and check it, 2048, 2050, 2045. We won't be there then. Most of these people who issued this bond are in 70s, 80s. If you add 25, they are gone. So they won't be there when those who own those monies are saying, pay us. And you say, no, it's not. That's what your forefathers have chopped. Please, I'm pleading to the young ones, do not get disillusioned. It is designed for you to be disillusioned. They are the ones running to South Africa and are being killed. Not those who are stealing their money. They are the ones who are dying in the ocean. They are the ones who are dying in various places trying to escape this. And I'm saying to them, let's die here. I'm ensured that this rot stops. This is not a country. There's no way we can say that politicians of today in Nigeria are human. If we are, Chude, we will not be talking today about the next election. Our preoccupation is how do we get our children out of the bush? How do we put food on people's table? How do we ensure that our children are in school? How do we... There are things we should be talking about. Nobody's talking about it. We are preoccupied in the wrong direction. Our compass is headed in the wrong direction.
Right.
We must now stop. And they are the ones who will tell us to stop. And because they are disillusioned, that's there. They are being arrested by Yahoo. Let me tell you, I said it before and I continue to say it. Several of the Yahoo boys are people who push into that frustration. There are people who have talents, who if we support very well, can turn the same talent productively. But nobody is asking of them. They're on their own. And these are things I want to do, to mobilize that talent for revolution in different areas. Look at us not being in the World Cup. With the level of talents we have all over the place. When a tiny country like Ebute,
You mentioned that.
500,000 people, they're not even up to the people in Nigerian. I've several times the number of people who live in Ebute. And it's in Nigerian that we had created all those talents that used to play. But nobody cares about them any longer.
Right.
Look at the amount of money people are stealing in government. Money they don't need. Look at what you're seeing everywhere. Somebody owing 50, 70, 100 houses. How? We don't care. We're now rich where we're having agencies. So we're having ministries without anybody knowing they exist. Employing people, holding seminars abroad, collecting money and budget.
On that case, though,
We used to have the ghost workers. Because we didn't do anything.
we have ghost agency.
Soon you become ghost ministry.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Ghost governors and ghost presidents.
Okay, final 3 questions. Last time we spoke in last election, you talked about, I asked you about structure. And you said the structures that these politicians have are structures of criminality.
The structure of today's politics is structure of criminality,
People now
which must be dismantled.
Right. But people say the reason why you selected Kwankwaso and abandoned Dati is because Kwankwaso has structure. Why is that not a structure of criminality? He's an entrenched Nigerian politician.
Let me tell you, you don't know Kwankwaso.
Okay.
Kwankwaso is one politician that I can say it anywhere who cares for the interests of the poor. He believes in pulling people out of poverty. He believes in training a child of nobody to become somebody. And that, for me, aligns with my position. He believes in education. Truly, the biggest driver of development is education, human capital. It is not physical infrastructure. It's human infrastructure.
Right.
That's what the Asian tigers did. That's what the Chinese did. That's what Malaysia, that's what everybody did. That's what we need to do. I have millions of out-of-school children which we want to tackle from day one. Go and read my tweet on the 1st of July. I said my 2 things I hit head on is education and health. Kwankwaso believes in education.
So Kwankwaso is a different kind of politician.
Completely.
And that is why you aligned with him.
That's it.
People who even support you worry
Yes.
that your support in 2023, it was the movement was hot.
Yes.
It was fresh. It was the first
Yes.
time you were running for president.
Yes.
Now they feel like that passion may have cooled. And sometimes they point even to Anambra State politics, where the party you were part of at the time, LP, its candidate lost state-level elections, including the governorship candidate.
No, it has always happened like that.
Okay.
We're talking about presidency. If anything, my followership have increased. Because those who jumped into, in quotes, some experimental thing. Oh, this man did this, this man did this, was going to create the future, have seen that the whole thing was a mess.
You're talking of the renewed hope.
It had become hopelessness. When President Tinubu came into power, 87 million Nigerians were living in poverty. Today is 1/4. We were number 5 below where we are today in hunger list. We've increased. Everything has gotten worse. Like I said before, we're no longer talking about ghost walk around. You can see where we've gotten. So everything, insecurity, everything has gotten worse. Which hope are they going to renew again? You can't renew failure. And that's it.
Right.
So the only way to do now is to plead with them. There's a way you fail in school. They have to leave this.
Sorry. Right. So you're saying the supporters of Tinubu have now joined your supporters.
Completely.
Right.
They have, because they've seen it themselves. Nobody can tell you. Nobody can tell you things are moving well. What are they going to do now?
Right. Sorry. People are going to kill me on the internet. Okay. So, right. So you don't, so well, the answer to the question is you believe that your coalition is even bigger because people have seen the results of the last election. That's your point. I don't want to laugh. Okay. Final question.
Chude.
Right.
Those who have business.
The whole studio is cracking up. The whole studio is cracking up. The whole studio, my crew is cracking up. Right.
People had business. When he came into power, have collapsed.
Oh, it's not funny. Yeah.
They've collapsed. They're not people who are selling.
What's selling kuli? Oh, no. I didn't expect it.
There are not people selling kuli who had business when he came.
Oh, Akara.
Yeah, no. I said those who had business when he came.
Right.
I'm not become.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Final question, sir. Why should... I'm crying from laughter. Final question. Why should people vote for you instead? So you made a case why people should not vote for
President Tinubu.
For President Tinubu. People are voting for an opposition candidate. Why should it be you?
Where will I be voted? It's for you to look at my past and look at what I'm saying now. Right? Somebody asked me yesterday, said that Pastor Adeboye said Tinubu has tried his best and he's not happy. And I said, no. Pastor Adeboye remains a very, very, very revered, respected religious father, whom I believe in his genuineness and goodness, and that his prayers of people like him is what is actually keeping us now.
Right.
And that what he said was correct.
Okay.
He said he has tried his best. He's trying his best. That's it. It's the correct answer.
Right.
The question to ask, is his best good enough? In where we found ourselves today, that leads to the issue of capacity.
Right.
When I talk about leadership, I say competence, capacity, compassion, commitment, character. These are the issues. Somebody today, President Tinubu is tired. I need to go home and rest.
Thank you so much for joining me today, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for speaking to me. You know how tough the schedule has been, but you
Yes.
said you were going to make time, as usual, for this interview, and I'm thankful. I wish you all the best in the
Thank
journey
you.
ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's a wrap. That was a banger. That was a banger.
You are done with the kuli business.